Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jim's Code Corner. Today, we're going to continue working on different design patterns. Today, we're actually going to work on one of the simplest implementations of the factory pattern. A lot of people actually refer to it as kind of the noob factory, but I think it's an important step in learning design patterns. It's still very useful. I use it in some simple things that I need done occasionally. So there's nothing wrong with using this pattern whatsoever. So don't let the noob thing kind of scare you away from actually using it. Um, so let's go ahead and talk about it just a little bit first. So the factory pattern, what it does is basically it simplifies the creation of objects or that use interfaces. And honestly, it could be abstract classes too, but I prefer interfaces. Um, And some of the benefits of doing that is one, absolutely, is testability. You ain't using that new keyword anymore, so you can actually mock out uh, your object and actually run actual unit tests on that. Another one is it promotes decoupling, which is huge. Um, it allows you to stay close to that solid principle. Um, and makes it really easy for you to add new functionality to your application without going back and changing your code once it's solid. So really nice. So today I'm going to show you, like I said, the simplest implementation of that. And cool, let's go ahead and dive right into that. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to create a new package here just for factory. Uh, we'll call it the simple factory. It discourages it, but that's okay. Um, so within this factory, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an interface for my factory, and we'll make it have be called we'll call it the simple factory. Yeah, call it simple factory. It's fine with me. Um, Actually, we'll call it a shape factory. We're gonna build a factory that creates shapes for us. So we'll call it the simple shape factory. Cool. Uh, that interface is going to have a single uh, function in it, and it's just going to be make shape. So it's going to be public shape, and it's going to have a function make shape, like I mentioned, and it's going to take in a shape type, and shape type will be what we call it by default. And this guy's going to be able to throw an exception, and you'll see why in just a bit. Exception. Apparently I can't spell. Oh, here we go. Okay. So yeah, there's our interface for that guy. Let's go ahead and just make this guy happy. We'll start by creating that shape type, which is going to be enum, and we'll call it shape type. It's going to have two items in there. It's going to have circle and square. Cool. Let's go back to our factory, make sure it's happy. It looks happy, happy enough at least. Um, so from there, let's go ahead and create another interface in here for our shapes, and we'll call it shape, but not all caps. Okay, there that is, and that's going to have a single function in there as well that we'll be implementing, and that is going to be public void say my name. Cool. Next, let's go ahead and build some implementations of shape. So we'll start with a class. We'll call it square. It's going to implement shape. I picked the wrong one there, so I'm going to just remove that guy. Shape from our simple factory. And it's just going to do one single thing here, and that's going to be uh, system.out.println. My name is Square. Okay, so that's happy now. Let's go ahead and hmm, it's kind of weird. I'm not seeing that over here. Did I not put it in the right spot? Refresh. There it is. Weird. Okay. Um, so next we'll build another class here. Circle. Well, once again, we'll add the simple factory shape as the interface. And same as last time, system.out.println is going to be my name is Circle. Okay, cool. So now we have our shapes that we're going to be creating. We have our interface for our factory. We have a shape type. Let's go ahead now and build the factory. So we'll make another class. This one's going to be called Simple Shape Factory Ample. And that's going to be Simple Shape Factory. And that's just like I said before, it's just going to have one guy in there, one function, and that's going to make shape. So the simplest possible factory that we're going to do is, like I said, it's going to be kind of the new way people refer to it as. It's just going to be a simple switch statement decision. You can put if statements, a switch statement, whatever. I prefer switch statement in this case. So switch, and I'm going to use the IDE to do some of the work here for me. And that is going to take in our shape type. And in the case of a square, get rid of this break, we can do that. Get rid of this white space. We're going to return a new square. In the case of a circle, we are going to return a new circle. Pretty cool. We can convert circle to shape. Why not? Class, implement shape. We'll look at that in a moment. So the last thing we need to do is we need to, if we don't have any matches here, we're just going to throw an exception. This is why I had to throw it here. If there's nothing there, we can actually put it in the default if we wanted to, but I'll say unknown shape type. Okay, so the exception is being thrown. Once again, I'm not too sure why these things are angry at me. Change method return type to square. But I don't want it to be a square, I want it to be a shape. If shape, circle is a shape, and square is a shape. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to pause the video here for a moment and try to figure out why I ain't very happy, and I'll restart the video. Alright guys, sorry about that. Turns out it is just a silly issue, as it usually is. Um, I guess the IDE got a little bit too powerful for me and imported the wrong package here. So we'll remove that. We'll go to Simple Factory. We'll remove this guy as well. And we'll actually import the correct one, if it lets me. Did it already do it? Oh, I guess it would be. Okay, so we can see here it's happy. We no longer have any issues. So let's go ahead and we'll go to our demo here and no, they're not. What we'll do is we'll create a new class. Not even gonna interface it. We'll call it simple factory demo. Okay, and what this guy is going to do, it's going to have um, a function here. Let's call it, let's see, public void talk or talk shape talk. Let's call talk, whatever. All right, and this guy is just going to take in one parameter. It's going to be a shape type. And we also need a constructor. So simple. And what we're going to do here is we're going to say uh, simple shape factory. We'll say factory. And the constructor, we're going to take in a simple shape factory, and we'll say this dot factory equals factory. So we're going to do a constructor injection there of that object. And just to prove how this makes things a little bit more testable just by doing this. And now we'll call talk with a shape type, and we'll be able to do this. Yeah, we'll say factory. Actually, no, we won't. We'll say shape equals factory dot make shape. We'll pass a shape type into it, and that'll give us a shape back. We will throw that declaration. I'm not going to have proper error handling here for the demo. Um, so it's now going to return a shape to us, and we'll just call shape dot say my name. Perfect. So now from pattern demo, which is actually kind of like our console runner, if you will, what we'll be able to do is we'll create a new simple factory equals a new simple shape factory impl. We want that one. Okay. So now when we create our new class we just created there, that simple shape demo, factory demo, excuse me, demo equals a new simple demo, and we'll feed factory into that guy. So we're going to create it here, we'll inject it in, and we'll be able to use it on that over there. So now it should be as easy as just simply calling demo dot talk, and we can say shape type dot circle. That throws in. And we should be able to do demo dot square. And now we can prove this. Let's just make sure I'm in the right folder here. Looks like I am. So we'll just do java c star.java, and we'll be able to go java pattern demo. And we'll see my name is circle and my name is square. Perfect. So as you can see, it abstracted all the work of creating all these objects for us. It still requires a little bit of work just to set up, got to create the necessary classes and interfaces, but it's really easy to um, unit test using factories. So if I go back into, it's going to open now, um, this here, this talk, we don't have any new keywords here. We'll have no trouble mocking this guy out. We'll be able to mock out our factory, our simple shape factory, and basically say, when we call make shape with whatever we want to put into a test, it's going to return shape of our choosing. And then we can just make sure we can verify that we're calling Say My Name. Simple unit test, ain't gonna give us any trouble whatsoever. The only one that will give us trouble is our runner there, that our pattern demo, just because that's a new keyword in here. So that'd be kind of difficult to test with these guys here. But the idea is that we would be able to use dependency injection to get all those out of the way and have an actual be a nice testable way of doing things. Um, the only real problem with this very simple factory is if we add more shapes. We have to touch our code. We have to actually touch our factory here. Um, it's really easy to do, but there's a lot of shapes out there. What if we got to a huge list of like 100 up there? Then we're going back in here. We have this huge list of shapes we'd have to maintain and manage here, and it gets really difficult to do that. So that's when we start implementing something like a registration type factory, which is what we're going to do next video. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead, use this simple factory for very simple implementations, things that aren't going to be growing. Um, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, leave any comments if you want to see a certain pattern, let me know. I will be sure to make a video and demonstrate that for you. Uh, if you have any questions, please shout out to me. You can reach me directly at my email at jbelcher1985@yahoo.com. Please put YouTube as a subject line, or else I'm probably just going to ignore it. All right, with that being said, you guys have a good one. Thank you.